Today's little postcard moment is I'm on the boardwalk bit of my walk, and can you hear we had a freeze last night, so the boards are extra crispy. But can you see the Eiders out in the small harbor over here? The tide is quite low, so there's a nice embankment, so there'll be some shorebirds feeding there soon. But can you see the darling Eiders? The gentlemen in their evening dress, they're white and black, and the drab ladies dressed down a bit. I wish they were making their Eider noise. But this little postcard moment, icy day, I think it's just about maybe 30 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's below freezing. This morning when I went out to do the chickens, it was about 25 Fahrenheit. I think it's chilly enough that they aren't startled by my talking and fleeing. There go a couple of ducks, and there's one stalwart gull on one of the oyster cages, just relaxing of a morning as you do. Tide is still receding, so it will be shorter. You can see that pathway there is one of the little canalways we kayak through in my video I shared this summer where we were kayaking, but you can see at lower tide the little buoy is on its side, and there breaks off some of the Eiders, busily enjoying their morning breakfast. And further on are some more sea ducks of a variety. I can't tell what they are from here. Oh, and we still have our one blue heron about. I hope he's okay. He should be down south, but he's, for whatever reason, has chosen to stick around here. So today's postcard, Eiders on the backdrop of a receding tide with the exposed underside of the little harbors, and the sun on the sea, and another exposed uprooted tree ripe for fairy magic, and footprints of it looks like a coyote today. Well, there you go. Today's little postcard moment. Receding tide on a below freezing day. And look how pretty the kelp looks on the rocks as the tide recedes. Oh, now you can hear the Eiders making their little sound. I think the gentlemen are having a disagreement. And in comes a gull. Or is it a tern? And the other little group of Eiders are catching the fast train of the receding tide out into the open bay. And the sun sparkles. And treasures abound in the receding tide. Time for me to start my day of beachcombing, walking, and getting to the studio and getting artwork done. And for today's journal bit, I'm walking across our beach back home, and I'm down below the flat rock I often share from our sitting room window, but now I'm closer. You can see Algernon sitting there as the tide moves. But look, we have another little friend, a sort of sad chum. I hate to see a goose by itself. As we know, geese are paired. So to see the sad little fellow with his head tucked under his wing, but see him just taking a little break. I'm going through the seagrass here because the tide's low, so I'm able to get quite close. I hope he's okay. Is he fast asleep? Look at the little fellow. Can you see him? Just taking a little snooze on a rock as the tide recedes. He must be fast asleep because he isn't scared of me at all. Well, thank you for joining me for today's little postcard and little journal entry. And this bit of journal will be for me to probably sketch a goose at low tide. Thank you for joining me, and remember, stay creative. Cheers.